Be prepared. Tomorrow isn't just another day. It's not just another eclipse. What's about to unfold in the sky on February 17th is a cosmic event so rare, so astronomically precise, that most people will miss what's actually happening. They'll see a darkened sun, take some photos, and move on with their lives, completely unaware that they just walked through a portal that only opens once in a lifetime. This is the Aquarius solar eclipse at the anaretic degree, and it's colliding with forces that haven't aligned this way in over 2,000 years. We're talking about the year of the fire horse igniting, Saturn entering Aries for the first time since the late 90s, and a Saturn-Neptune conjunction at the 0 degree of Aries happening just 3 days later. This isn't astrology for entertainment. This is a cosmic architecture designed to catapult you into a completely different timeline. And if you've been feeling like reality itself has been glitching lately, like time is moving too fast, like your old life doesn't fit anymore, like you're being pulled towards something you can't quite name, keep watching, because there's one specific reason this is happening to you right now. And I'll explain exactly why later in this video, so stay tuned. But first, you need to understand what's actually unlocking tomorrow. Because this eclipse isn't just shifting energy, it's cracking open 3 specific breakthrough moments that have been locked for years, maybe lifetimes. And the wild part, most people won't even know these doors just opened. But you will. Because once you see what's happening, you can't unsee it. This eclipse is different, and the numbers prove it. Let's get something straight right now. Solar eclipses happen. We see them every couple of years. But an eclipse at 28 degrees and 56 minutes of Aquarius, that's hitting the anaretic degree, the last breath of a sign before it transitions. That alone makes this rare. But it gets deeper. This eclipse is happening on the exact same day the Lunar New Year begins, the year of the fire horse. A fire horse year only occurs once every 60 years. The last one was 1966, and that year completely rewrote the cultural landscape. Civil rights movements peaked, revolutions sparked across continents, and the entire social contract got rewritten. Now it's back, and it's being ignited by a solar eclipse. That's not a coincidence. That's a detonation. And just when you think that's intense enough, 3 days later, on February 20th, Saturn meets Neptune at 0 degrees Aries. 0 degrees of any sign is powerful. It's called the world point, a place where planetary energy becomes global, undeniable, and loud. But Saturn meeting Neptune there, that hasn't happened in this exact configuration in recorded modern history. We're talking millennial scale energy. So when I say tomorrow is different, I'm not being dramatic. The mathematics of the cosmos are literally screaming at us. This is a threshold, a crossing point. And whether you're ready or not, you're about to be pushed through it. But here's the thing most people don't realize. This energy didn't just start tomorrow. It's already been building. And if you've been paying attention, you've already felt it. Something strange has already started, and you've felt it. Maybe you've noticed it. Time feels wrong. Not bad, just off. Days blur together, hours disappear. You look at the calendar and can't believe it's already mid-February. It's like someone hit fast forward on reality, and you're struggling to keep up. Or maybe it's not time, it's you. You've been feeling restless, like you're outgrowing your own skin. The routines that used to feel comfortable now feel suffocating. The people you used to connect with now feel distant, like you're speaking different languages. You're not drifting away from your life, you're evolving past it. And then there are the moments where nothing feels real. You'll be going through your day, and suddenly you'll pause, look around, and think, is this actually happening? It's like you're watching yourself from the outside, like you're an actor in your own life. That's not dissociation. That's not anxiety. That's your consciousness preparing for the leap. Because here's what nobody's telling you. The eclipse doesn't just happen in the sky. It happens inside you first. Your body, your mind, your energy field, they've already been adjusting to the incoming frequency. That weird feeling of unreality. That's the old timeline loosening its grip. You're already halfway between worlds. And tomorrow, the door fully opens. The signs have been everywhere. Strange synchronicities, numbers repeating, dreams so vivid they feel like memories from another life. People from your past suddenly reaching out for no reason. New opportunities appearing out of nowhere. These aren't accidents. These are breadcrumbs leading you toward the breakthrough. And it all accelerates in the next 3 days. Because what's about to happen isn't just one event. It's a sequence. A carefully orchestrated cosmic domino effect designed to push you through a portal you didn't even know existed. The 3 days that rewrite your reality. Here's where the timeline gets critical. Pay attention, because this sequence matters. February 16th, the day before the Sun squares Uranus. This is the shock event, the cosmic alarm clock. Uranus is the great awakener, the planet of sudden disruptions and unexpected breakthroughs. When it squares the Sun, especially the day before an eclipse, it's like the universe is testing your nervous system. Can you handle what's coming? Are you flexible enough to bend without breaking? This is when things might start falling apart, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because they're supposed to. A plan changes. A conversation goes sideways. Something you were counting on suddenly shifts. Most people will panic, but you won't, because you'll understand this is preparation. You can't step into a new timeline while clutching the debris of the old one. Also on the 16th, Mercury trines Jupiter. This is the download. Your mind expands. Insights flood in. Solutions to problems you've been wrestling with for months suddenly become obvious. This is the universe uploading new information directly into your consciousness. Write down what comes through. It's going to matter. February 17th, the eclipse tomorrow, the main event. The solar eclipse at 28 degrees and 56 minutes, Aquarius. This is when the switch flips. The old timeline ends. The new one begins. But it's not just the eclipse. On the same day, Venus conjuncts the North Node in Pisces. That's a karmic destiny alignment. That's the universe placing specific people, specific connections, specific relationships directly in your path. This is soul-level magnetism activating. February 20th, the Great Reset. Saturn meets Neptune at 0 degrees Aries. The dream becomes the blueprint. The vision becomes the structure. What you realize during the eclipse. Now you build it. Saturn is the architect. Neptune is the mystic. Together, they're telling you, Stop waiting for permission to create the life you've been imagining. The materials are here. The foundation is ready. Start. 3 days, 3 thresholds, and woven through all of it, the 3 breakthrough moments that are about to unlock. Let me show you what's waiting on the other side of tomorrow. Breakthrough Moment 1. Systemic Liberation. The first breakthrough is about freedom, but not the kind you think. This isn't about quitting your job or leaving your relationship, although for some people it absolutely will be. This is about something deeper. This is about realizing that the cages you've been living in were never locked. The door was always open. You just convinced yourself you had to stay. The Aquarius eclipse squares Uranus in Taurus. That's the key to understanding this breakthrough. Aquarius is the rebel, the visionary, the future. Taurus is security, stability, the material world. When they clash in a square, it creates friction, and that friction generates the spark that ignites your liberation. For years, maybe decades, you've been trading freedom for security. You stayed in the stable job even though it drained your soul. You maintained relationships that felt safe but not alive. You followed the rules because breaking them felt too risky. And the whole time, a part of you was screaming for something more. Tomorrow, that scream becomes a roar. The eclipse at 29 degrees Aquarius is a cosmic ultimatum. It's the universe saying, this is your last chance to choose yourself. The anaretic degree doesn't negotiate. It doesn't give you extra time. It forces the decision. And the Uranus square ensures that if you don't choose freedom voluntarily, circumstances will choose it for you. This is the breakthrough where the secure thing suddenly falls apart, and instead of panic, you feel relief. The corporate ladder you've been climbing, you realize it's leaning against the wrong building. The social circles you've been maintaining, you see they were never your tribe. The identity you've been performing, it's exhausting, and you're done. The fire horse energy amplifies this. The horse is wild, untamed, refuses to be bridled. When fire horse energy meets an Aquarius eclipse, it's like pouring gasoline on a spark. The old structures don't just crumble, they combust. And from the ashes, you rise as something completely new. This breakthrough isn't gentle. It's not a smooth transition, it's a jailbreak. And yes, it's terrifying to run through that open door. But on the other side, that's where your real life has been waiting for you all along. Breakthrough Moment 2. Materialization of the dream. The second breakthrough is the one that changes everything for the creators, the visionaries, the people who've been working on themselves for years without seeing tangible results. This is about the gap between vision and reality finally closing. Saturn conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees Aries on February 20th is the Great Reset. Saturn is structure, discipline, the physical world. Neptune is dreams, spirituality, the infinite. When they meet at the 0 degree of Aries, the absolute beginning of the zodiac, it's like the universe is saying, okay, you've dreamed it, you've visualized it, you've meditated on it. Now, build it. For so many people, spirituality has become an escape. Endless workshops, constant self-improvement, perpetual preparation for a life that never quite starts. You've been downloading cosmic wisdom, clearing karma, raising your vibration, and that's beautiful. But Saturn in Aries is here to ask, what have you built with all that knowledge? This breakthrough is the collapse of the buffer between imagination and manifestation. The lag time disappears. What you envision on the 17th, you start constructing on the 20th. The dream doesn't stay ethereal and safe in the realm of someday. It gets dragged into the physical world, whether you feel ready or not. This is terrifying for some people because dreams are safe. Dreams can't fail. But the moment you turn a dream into a project, into a business, into a relationship, into something real, suddenly there's risk. Suddenly there's exposure. Suddenly people can judge it, reject it, or worse, ignore it. But that's exactly why this breakthrough matters. Saturn-Neptune at 0 degrees Aries is the birth of the spiritual warrior. Not someone who just talks about their calling, but someone who acts on it. Not someone who meditates on abundance, but someone who builds the systems that create it. Not someone who dreams of a better world, but someone who drafts the blueprints and starts laying bricks. The fire horse accelerates this. You don't get to ease into this timeline. The energy is too fast, too intense. It's build now or get left behind. And the beautiful thing, the people who've been doing the inner work, who've been preparing even when it felt pointless, you're ready. You've been training for this moment without even realizing it. This breakthrough isn't about hoping anymore. It's about doing. And the universe is giving you every tool, every connection, every resource you need to turn the vision into stone. Breakthrough Moment 3, the Karmic Soul Strike. The third breakthrough is the one that makes the first two sustainable, because you can break free from old systems and you can build your dream into reality. But if you're doing it alone, it's still a prison. This breakthrough is about soul alliance, and it's already in motion. On February 17th, the same day as the eclipse, Venus conjuncts the North Node in Pisces. Let me break that down for you. Venus is love, connection, magnetism. The North Node is your destiny, your soul's forward path. Pisces is the realm of the spiritual, the unseen, the ancient. When they meet, it's not just attraction, it's recognition. It's that feeling when you meet someone, and within minutes, it's like you've known them for lifetimes. Because you have. This is karmic reunion energy. The people you were always supposed to meet, they're being magnetically pulled into your orbit right now. But here's what makes this different from just meeting new people. The isolation you felt, especially if you're spiritually awake, if you've been on this path for a while, it's been necessary. You've been walking alone, not because you were abandoned, but because you were being refined. The old connections had to fall away so you'd have space for the true ones. The breakthrough isn't just finding your people, it's realizing they've been finding you. That conversation you're going to have this week that feels weirdly significant, that's not random. That person who slides into your DMs with a question that seems almost psychic in its timing, not random. The old friend who resurfaces after years of silence, not random. The Pisces energy makes these connections feel telepathic. You won't have to explain yourself. They'll just get it. You won't have to prove your worth. They'll see it instantly. And the relief of that, the relief of being seen for who you actually are, not who you've had to pretend to be. It's going to crack you wide open. And here's the beautiful synchronicity. Mercury trine Jupiter on February 16th opens the channels of communication. Your ability to articulate your vision, your truth, your essence. It expands. So when these destined connections arrive, you'll be able to speak your truth clearly, powerfully, without the old filters. This breakthrough often shows up in relationships. Romantic, yes, but also business partners, collaborators, mentors who appear at exactly the right moment with exactly the right resources. These are your soul squad, your pod, your tribe. And the fire horse energy ensures that when you meet them, things move fast. No more years of getting to know each other. You recognize each other instantly, and you move. This is the breakthrough that tells you the next chapter. You don't walk it alone. The anaretic degree, the cosmic ultimatum. You can't ignore. Let's talk about something most astrology content glosses over. The degree of this eclipse, 28 degrees and 56 minutes, Aquarius. That's the anaretic degree. The 29th degree, the final breath before a sign transitions. In traditional astrology, planets at this degree are under immense pressure. It's like being in a pressure cooker. You can't stay. You have to move forward. An eclipse at the anaretic degree is a cosmic eject button. It's the universe saying, "You've learned everything you're going to learn from this cycle. There's nothing left here for you. Time to jump." This degree carries the energy of fate, not the passive, whatever happens, happens kind of fate. The active, this is your moment of choice, and what you choose now determines the next decade kind of fate. The anaretic degree doesn't allow hesitation. It doesn't give you time to overthink. It forces you to trust, because logically leaping into the unknown doesn't make sense. Logically, you should wait, plan, prepare more. But the anaretic degree strips away logic. It demands faith. And here's what the Sabian symbol for 29 degrees Aquarius reveals. A celestial choir singing cosmic harmonies. That's the key. The breakthrough isn't achieved through force. It's achieved through resonance. You don't muscle your way into the new timeline. You tune into it. This is why some people will experience tomorrow's eclipse as chaos and others as clarity. The difference, frequency. If you're still vibrating at the old frequency, fear, control, resistance, the eclipse will feel like disruption. But if you've been doing the work, if you've been clearing the noise, if you're willing to listen to the cosmic harmonies, tomorrow will feel like coming home. The anaretic degree is a threshold. You cannot stand on a threshold forever. You either step through or you get pushed. Tomorrow, the universe is done waiting. What happens after the timeline you're stepping into? Here's what nobody prepares you for. The day after the eclipse, the world will look the same. The sun will rise, people will go to work, social media will scroll. But you will not be the same. It's subtle at first. You'll wake up on February 18th, and something will feel lighter. That weight you've been carrying, the doubt, the fear, the obligation to be who you were, it won't have the same grip. You'll catch yourself making different choices, small ones at first, saying no when you would have said yes, speaking up when you would have stayed quiet, walking away when you would have forced it. And then, over the next few days, as Saturn meets Neptune on the 20th, the clarity hits. What you saw during the eclipse, the vision, the truth, the path, it starts to solidify. Ideas become plans. Plans become actions. Actions become results. This is where the fire horse energy shows its true power. Because in previous eclipses, there was a lag. You'd have the revelation, but then weeks or months would pass before you could actually act on it. Not this time. The horse energy ensures that between thought and action, there's barely a breath. You see it, you move on it, you know it, you build it, you feel it, you speak it. But here's the part that might be hard to hear. Not everyone in your life will make this leap with you. Some people are going to stay in the old timeline, and you're going to have to let them. The breakthrough moments, the liberation, the materialization, the soul connections, they're selective. They're for the people who are ready to evolve, not just survive. You might lose people. You might lose opportunities that looked good on paper, but felt dead inside. You might lose the version of yourself that everyone expected you to be. And that's not a loss. That's a shedding. That's the chrysalis cracking open so the wings can unfold. Life after this eclipse won't just be different. It will be unrecognizable. The fears that used to paralyze you, they'll lose their power. The dreams that felt impossible, they'll become your to-do list. The people who used to drain you, they'll fade into the background while your true people step forward. This is the quantum leap. You're not climbing a ladder anymore. You're not taking incremental steps. You're jumping. And when you land in a timeline where the rules have changed, where the old limitations don't apply, where the life you've been aching for is not just possible, it's already here. Tomorrow, the portal opens. The question is, are you ready to step through? Because the universe is done asking. The fire horse is done waiting. The anaretic degree is done giving you extra time. This is your moment. This is your eclipse. This is your breakthrough. And once you take that leap, once you say yes to the liberation, once you build the dream, once you let your people find you, there's no going back, because you won't want to go back. The old world, it's too small for who you're becoming. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.